Fuck is this nigga, man? You know he white, right?
You should know he bro. He a fucking white boy.
Nah. He just light-skinned.
Warning. The ignorance featured in the following video may overwhelm, incapacitate, and quite frankly scare some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright, so JD Delay posts an update. Someone go watch that 2-hour shit for me because I ain't watching it. I ain't got time for that. Pause. You know why I put this here? I got a habit of smacking my face on the stairs. And so I don't wind up like Bob Saget. I made it so I have to go around like that. See, I be thinking shit out logical. Motherfuckers don't realize that. I present myself as an idiot because I like motherfuckers to underestimate me. But yeah, so JD Delay posted this update and I couldn't find nothing that was an update in it. However, I found all these updates from all these other motherfuckers that I figured I'd put up on here. Because there are people who have done time in California. And one of them seems to have some pretty solid information. But see, the thing about jail YouTubers is they were in prison. I know this from being in prison. There is a motherfucker in every dorm, and a lot of times he works in the bubble for some reason, who's convinced they know fucking everything. Them motherfuckers will tell you anything. They will say anything, literally. In every prison dorm, in every cell block, there's always going to be at least 2 or 3 people who will say literally anything like it is fact. So I still take it with a grain of salt. But anyways, like, let's be real, bro. Does this dude look like he trustworthy, bro? Just look, why is he looking like he on the cover of a Grand Theft Auto? Like, this is one of the motherfuckers who like a Simeon or something, like someone that's not trustworthy, bro. Just look like someone on the Grand Theft Auto cover who screw you over like Big Smoke, bro. Does this not look like the way that they presented Big Smoke, where it's just like the cover art is designed to make you think he untrustworthy, bro? Come on, bro. How does this energy come off to you, bro? You're like, let's make a deal. If y'all motherfuckers fear me, just say y'all fear me. Anyway, so JD Delay posts this update. Now it seems like he backpedaling. He backpedaling as a motherfucker because now he want to talk about, oh, but if he gets stabbed or anything like that, that's still a hit. That's not what you said at first. That's not what you said. You said they put a hit out on his ass. Let's be clear. That's what you said, JD Delay. You ain't say shit about no, oh, well, if they stab him or they stab him with chemical warfare, they do anything like that. Chemical warfare, for those of you who don't know, is like bleach or shit, any type of chemicals or human waste that they'll put on like a shank. I knew one person in my juvenile bid who, like, when he would wipe his ass, if he got shit in his nails, he didn't care. And he would like never wash his hands. This kid's name was Ryan, bro. He died of a heroin overdose. I actually watched his death play out on Facebook shortly after I came back to the East Coast. Ryan Peachy, man, R.I.P., man. Because he knew if he got in a fight and he gashed you, it was gonna fester a wound. It was gonna fuck you up, and he couldn't really fight well. So, but that's the only person I know to do anything like that extreme. But it's some people who do. Like, people throw shit on COs, piss on COs, like, it's a real thing in there. Anyways, JD Delay now backpedaling to, oh, if he gets stabbed, that's still a hit. Not if he don't get stabbed by nobody who GBG, that's what you said. Even then, bro, it's like you didn't say he was gonna get stabbed. Stop the fucking cap. If y'all fear me, just say y'all fear me. Fuck all these fairy tales. So I'm gonna put shit up from people who really done time in CDC, because I ain't did time there, I ain't pretending I did either. Okay? So that you can hear from a couple different perspectives why this is fucking crazy. If I slime you right now, who gonna know about it? Shit. Yeah, nobody. 500,000 subs can't help you. 500,000 followers, none of them can't help you. Tell them jump about the screen, I'm playing Elvis. Tell them jump about that screen, I'm playing Elvis. Well, we beefing or we cheap chatting? He didn't even take his change, he be pump faking. Grim Reaper in the night, I'm a soul snatcher. You popping it all on the gram, we gon' chin strap you. 1 million followers, none of them can't help you. Tell them jump about that screen, I'm playing Elvis. Oh my mama, bro, stop the cap.
That he's probably guilty, but again, I don't have an interest in debating that, right? This idea that there's a gang hit on Danny Masterson, right? The GBG have put a hit on him, and there's the individual who's going to do the move. He's already selected, and he's waiting in the cuts and this and that. Let me tell you, none of that is true. Well, he's not getting moved on by this guy because the yard's on lockdown. It's a statewide lockdown because of all this other stuff. And there was a statewide lockdown for 24 hours because of an incident that happened between a couple dozen Southsiders and some COs at another prison. It was slammed for 24 hours. That's it. I've talked to many people that are incarcerated to this day. The GBG does exist, right? The Gay Boy Gangsters. That is a group, gang, that does exist on the SNY yards, right? Sensitive needs yards, which is just a euphemism for PC, right? Protective custody. And so it does exist. They're not putting contracts on nobody. They don't have that much influence. Are some of them dangerous? Absolutely, right? But they're there just to protect their own. And for the most part, if you don't mess with them, they're not going to mess with you. I know from a public point of view, apparently there's this fascination because Danny Masterson was this high-profile person and he has these horrible crimes. So what must happen to him? Understand that in CDC, that stuff don't matter. A lot of actors, California, there's been a lot of actors and musicians and other popular public figures who have caught cases for a range of crimes. And you're not special. You're a number. You get a CDC number when you come through reception, and that's about as significant as you are. There have been wealthy people. There's been high-profile people, been all kinds of people. And with rare exception, nobody really cares. Now, he did not go to the hole. He did not say he wanted to end his own life and some strategy to escape the gang. It's almost hard to kind of track with this, right? None of that happened. He got his CDC number, he got classified, and he got sent to Corcoran. And when he went to Corcoran, he went on a sensitive needs yard, which has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other people on that yard. Some of them have similar commitment offenses as him. Some have those types of offenses, but they target children. Some are gang dropouts. Some are addicts that ran up Dutch places.
That's the most common one that I've seen, not in an SNY or sensitive needs yard, but out here, the most common one I would see is people we would call turning to the left. And basically it meant someone ran up a tab, they had no intent on paying, and they would go to the bubble and say, I'm in fear for my life, and check in.
Some are people who just got politicked out of their own crew, right? So in a power struggle, they sort of got the short end of the stick and got injured, got assaulted, most of the time with a weapon. And now they can't go hang out with those guys anymore, so they put them over here.
Now here he's just talking about different things that are on the sensitive need yard in terms of, sensitive needs yard in terms of gangs, gang dropouts, people who turn to the left, all type of shit like that. So I felt for the sake of copyright and all type of shit and length of video, keeping that as condensed as possible, just cut that shit. There is a bit from Dubs that I want to put in here. That might be a separate video depending on the time of this and whatnot. Listen, JD said he posted an update, bro. I zipped around because I'm not watching your 2-hour video. I don't have 2 hours to waste. I'm sorry. That's what people like watchers is for. They got the 2 hours to watch that. I don't. So if someone who got the 2 hours on here want to go watch that whole thing and let me know if there was an actual update in there or if he was just backpedaling like it seemed. It really seemed like he was just trying to find a way to say if anything happens to him from anybody, he wasn't capping. And we know that's bullshit, bro. You said specific terms of GBG has put a hit out on his ass. They greenlit his ass. So don't backpedal and say, well, if he gets shanked by anybody, or if they shank him and use chemical warfare, or if they build a projectile, like talking about all type of ridiculous shit, bro. You got the most craziest stories, and you was in a facility that's more minimum than the one I did my whole bid in. You got trees on that bitch. I only got that in the group home.
But this sensational story that you guys are hearing, again, just isn't accurate.
If I slime you right now, who gonna know about it? Shit. Yeah, nobody. In the trenches, I'm a gremlin. I got 4 bodies. Try to go against the Dom wearing phone posits. LeBron Garden Jordan, you gonna jump in? On my mama, bro. Stop Kevin. You gonna make me do the blade dance on you, JD leg? You gonna make me pull up, start doing the blade dance on that motherfucker, bro?
If a gang put a hit out on him, first of all, you probably wouldn't turn on a channel that has 500,000 subscribers and see a guy come on that channel who says, I've never been S&Y, but my friend runs one of those S&Y gangs, and he told me this, and now I'm sharing it with you. That friendship probably wouldn't last very long, right? If he confided in you something, and then you went on a platform and told 1 million people about it.
500,000 followers, none of them can't help you. Tell them something about the screen. I'm playing Elvis. The motherfuckers. Yo, I had to put this boy because he said you got channels with 500,000 subs. Like, the shade was insane.
Danny Masterson is on the yard. He's walking the track. He's hanging out with people. I don't pretend to know how each individual on the yard feels about him. If a gang put a hit out on him, first of all, you probably wouldn't turn on a channel that has 500,000 subscribers and
you gonna make me pull up, start doing the blade dance on that motherfucker, bro.
But he's there. And how his time is going to go is anybody's guess, right? And I think the administration is watching him closely. I've heard some conversation about the PHU, right? The Protective Housing Unit. That is at Corcoran. It doesn't matter. He's in prison now. Prison is its own world. But that way that world is being described to you guys by some of these out-of-state channels just isn't true. And if a gang, for example, put a hit out on this guy, right, Danny Masterson, but California is not this circus that you guys have been led to believe, right? He's there, he's in prison, he goes to the yard, he goes to canteen. I don't think he has a job yet. He'll probably have one fairly soon, and he'll go to work and he will live out his day like everybody else on that yard. If he gets himself in some particular trouble, things may change, right? There's a ton of trophies on that yard that nobody's going for. You know, it's just not how stuff works, right? So that's all I really want to do is just from the perspective of a guy from the state of California who's done time in California. This stuff has got a little bit too silly, you know, for me. And again, it's entertaining. Am I hating on folks or anything else? Not at all, right? It is entertaining, but
it's clout chasing. Is that what you wanted to say there? Listen, I like this dude because he's kind of an oxymoron. He looks like he would be a Woods or maybe even an AB in prison. But if you notice the pattern to his speech, like his word spacing and shit and the word choice, not the way he sounds, like his tone of voice or his voice or none of that, but just like the way he forms his sentences and shit. Reminds me kind of Obama. Like, he goes, and, well, we, did that, and, so, there's a lot of, and, so it's kind of funny to me. Because you look like he would at least definitely roll with the Woods in there, unless he was, like, going to be one of the most legendary figures in CDC. But I like how he put this. I like how he shed light on this. And he's right, it is fucking silly. It is absolutely fucking silly. Like, this is to the point where, bro, I don't know if Danny Masterson could sue y'all for slander from behind the wall. But if he did, it would be really funny. It would be like a good historical lesson of, this is why you don't camp on YouTube. He's not innocent as far as I'm concerned. Like I've said, I hope something happens to him. I think that shit is disgusting. In a perfect world, something would. At the same time, like, come on now. Like, different people who have done worse have been walking. Bro, look at Roman Polanski. He's a fucking diddler and a fugitive from justice since 1967. I don't know if it's 67. When did the Manson murders happened in 68? It was like since like a few years after his wife was killed. He touched a 13-year-old girl, Roman Polanski, the film director. He's still making movies, putting them out with his name on the shit. Has dual citizenship in Poland and France. Don't you think Interpol can go get him? Absolutely. Why don't they? That's my point, bro. There's a lot of people walking around who've done worse shit than him. George Zimmerman's still walking around. Derek Chauvin walking around in prison, not getting in touch with people actively trying to break him out of fucking prison. It ain't like I'm co-signing him or saying he's innocent. I am not saying Danny Masterson is innocent by any means. And anyone who commented that obviously their IQ might be below 70 because they couldn't follow along with what I was saying. That's all I'm going to say. Their IQ might be below 70, whoever commented that shit. Because I'm not stamping him or nothing. I'm not saying I don't want nothing to happen to him. There was someone who commented in my shit saying he's innocent. Bro, if he had money and he was innocent, he would have got probation or something. That's a fact. He might have still got found guilty, but they wouldn't have sent his ass to fucking prison. They would have had him plead out to something much lower. It is what it is, bro. It's not how I want it. It's not how most people would imagine it. But it's how it is. I'm out this bitch.